and welcome to Shelley Has Opinions, the hit podcast where the Chatfield girls try and guess their shy sister Shelley's opinions on a variety of topics. My name is Holly Chatfield Flanagan, and with me is
Shelley Chatfield Allison.
And we also have
Julie Chatfield Miller.
And finally, our sister expert for today is
Kellie Chatfield Whitcomb.
Top of the morning to you, girls.
I think I'm not allowed to use an accent because I'm not redheaded.
Oh, no, I can't either then. Dang it.
I will say I do technically have an Irish last name now, so I do get to be the king of this podcast.
That's true.
You want to be the king?
This is your time to shine.
Yeah, all the other times I just fade into the background. Also, I have something else to confess. The new chocolate Lucky Charms, very good.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's like giving me shivers down my spine thinking about it.
I also saw in the grocery store the other day some of those like pre-sliced sugar cookies that were topped with marshmallows from Lucky Charms, and it blew my mind.
Oh dear.
That sounds so sweet. Like, gross sweet.
I guess what we're trying to say is Happy St. Patrick's Day, Shelley Gang. But there is another thing coinciding with St. Patrick's Day, and that is the self-quarantining and the social distancing of the COVID-19 coronavirus. So my question to you girls is, how are we going to keep our families from pinching us on this St. Patrick's Day?
You pinch first. The preemptive strike.
Let's see what your bright idea is. Since you're an O'Flanagan.
Well, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking to keep my family from pinching me, I would wear my brand new green Mighty Ducks t-shirt.
Oh, it's a beaut.
There it is.
That's my plan. That's my number one plan.
You woke up one morning and the pain was gone.
I woke up one morning and said to myself, I need armor for the dark days. And then the echo came from thundering down the mountain. Quack, 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 quack.
You know, and a t-shirt is the best armor in like close quarter combat. Like having to be at home with your family.
Very lightweight.
very mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else have any bright ideas?
One thing that we will be doing is plenty of St. Patrick's Day crafts of all kinds.
Keep their hands busy.
Yeah. Some shamrocks, mostly rainbows, and pots of gold. If they're too distracted by beautiful rainbows, they won't see my little bum that needs to be pinched.
Is that the only place to pinch?
I was about to say, goodness, getting fresh.
You know, a nice fleshy bit to pinch really does the trick.
Can we talk about a Chatfield favorite, aka pinch in the elevator?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Are you going to say?
Yeah, because I actually don't remember where it came from.
Julie, do you?
A thought is forming in my mind, but I
Come
can't
on,
remember if
people.
it's real or if I'm making it up.
Swatch remembers.
Okay, Kelly, hit us.
Some like it hot. And some like it hot. It's not Tony Curtis. It's Jack Lemmon. Gets in the elevator with the older guy, and he pinches her in the booty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then he says, oh, he pinched me in the elevator.
Yeah.
Got
Which
it.
is a pretty common, back in the day, luckily thing, and hopefully not now.
Oh, right.
Consent. But so we call pinching someone in the bum pinching someone in the elevator.
That's right. That's so right.
I just love that movie so much, and I love those two guys, so I will always remember them.
We should watch that on St. Patrick's Day to commemorate that beautiful memory.
Miami is such a wonderful setting for St. Patrick's Day.
So we have some pretty good ideas as to what we are going to do to keep from getting pinched.
Can I say mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to paint my nails green because I always don't have green clothes.
Just do what I do. Quack, quack, quack.
So I think I have a couple shades of green, but it's not my most favorite nail color. So I'll have to, but beggars can't be choosers on this, the best holiday. So I'll probably also eat green food. I'll power my body with green energy that day.
Well, yeah, last time, or I think it was last year, that Shelley gave us a peanut butter and Shelley with all green dye recipes.
That's right.
That's right.
Good memory, Cal.
Well, it helps that I'm a fan of our own show, so I listen to them all the time.
First, you remembered Some Like It Hot. Now this. Kellie, do you want to become the official Irish person of the show?
If you're the king, I'll be the queen.
All right. What does that make me and Shelley?
Servants.
Lowly servants.
There are 2 levels in this game.
You don't have courtiers, you don't have anyone, just rulers and servants.
All the way down to servant.
Yes.
Well, speaking of servants, we are servants to the master of Shelley's opinion.
Hey!
Oh, no.
I have an idea.
Oh, I thought you said yours.
What?
Sorry,
No.
go ahead.
I've just been talking more than usual. My idea for St. Patrick's Day is that my husband and I are painting our walls, and so we're just gonna throw green paint on each other and have a paint fight.
Ooh.
That sounds way worse than getting pinched.
That's way fun.
Having to scrub paint off later, though, is not.
Maybe it sounds very good because then you can blend in with the walls and you can't get pinched camouflage.
There it is.
Especially if it splatters.
That's how they plan to paint their walls, is splatter paint. The splatter technique.
Okay, have I forgotten anyone else?
No, your leash. My leash.
Your leash.
Yeah, I said it wrong. I'm just such a lowly servant. I'm just too dumb.
But it's true, I am my own leash.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, barring anybody being forgotten, Carly comes in and she's like, "Hello, I'm here. You forgot to ask me." Oh, and she's Dracula, I guess.
St. Patrick's Day in Transylvania.
Okay, so Shelley, you're the master and we're the servants and blah blah blah. That was very smart and good at the time, but now it's so bad. So it is once again a continuation of the year of the submission. We have a submission from the wonderful and talented Alex Murray of the Mystic Lasagna podcast. We've talked about him before. He's so funny. He's my friend, and he has red hair, which is perfect for this beautiful day.
Wow. How on
Way to
point.
go, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, thank you so much for this topic. And you know what? Last week, Mason did a stink pot job. I'll tell the Shelley Gang that I did message him afterwards and said hello. I did tease you. I razzed you a little bit on the podcast, and my sisters stuck up for you. And he said I like a little razzing. So guess what? We're still friends. Mason and Holly forever, kings.
St. Patrick's Day?
Man, Holly has made herself the ruler of many areas of life.
Many lands.
Right now.
So, anyways, but Alex did a good job this week. Shelley, would you like to know this week's topic?
I would.
This week's topic is baths.
I'm glad you made it plural, or else I'd be confused about whether you were talking about the thing or the place.
Well, when I told Carly what the topic was earlier, she thought I said bats, like the animal.
Which, the fictional animal.
I heard fats as in saturated or unsaturated.
Or are you talking about fats? Fats domino.
Well, if we were talking about bats, we could talk about bat soup, which then just bring us right around to
Full
the Kung
circle.
Flu.
Oh boy.
Oh man, Alex, bad topic. No one can even understand this word.
Cats, the movie.
That comes out, I think, today on digital release.
I will be rushing to go get it.
Shelley, that was mean. That was a burn. What the heck, man?
Well, I was actually kind of distracted because I was thinking about a tweet I saw the other day where someone was like, ever since that movie Cats came out, something's been wrong with this year.
Well, Alex Murray wanted us to talk about cats, and I said, what was that? Baths? Perfect topic. And because of that, I am going to be going pro baths. I told you I'd talk about something I'm very enthusiastic about. Julie is going to be doing anti baths, and Kellie, as our sister expert and queen of this day, is going to be telling us what she thinks you will choose. Shelley, are we ready?
Ready.
Everybody else, are we ready? So I don't forget you and you don't go, what about me? I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Always.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay, so Shelley, I have 5 reasons why you should be, what am I doing? Pro baths.
Obviously, you feel strength in your convictions.
I do feel strength in this conviction, and I could probably go pro cats and bats and fats. I'm just feeling very pro right now, and I'm very happy for that. But Shelley, you should be pro baths for the first reason, because anything can be a tub. Whales for babies. Baby grands for whales.
Is this like word association?
It kind of like it made me think of like a baby taking a bath and like a whale's like spout. Like,
Cute.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize, oh yeah, she means a bathtub shaped like a whale.
I do mean a bathtub shaped like a whale. And then it was word association after that. I was like, what is...
Then it was jazz, a la Fats Domino.
Shelley, you're so smart. So, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about anything can be a tub for a bath. You can put water into anything that holds water and then put anything that fits into it inside for a bath. For instance... Julie, gotta stop. I gotta keep talking.
You do gotta keep talking.
Yeah, tell me more.
There are a lot of different types of tubs that you see on HGTV, like built-in tubs and standalone tubs and clawfoot tubs. But those are just some things that are tubs. What are other things that we've seen in the world? One, like a big metal like thing that is called, I can't remember, but you make root beer in it sometimes.
And sometimes you give your dog a bath in it.
Ah, yes, a basin. And so there's that. So even that, but you can expand your mind. For instance, whales. I had a baby. Then I had another baby. And they're 2 years apart. So let's get that out in the open right now.
They weren't Irish twins.
Cheers.
But they look to be, because they're the same size.
They look to be twins.
I have been complimented on my cute twins like a lot in their lives. It's bananas, because my Jack is kind of short and my Lucy girl is pretty tall, and that's it. They did it. But okay, so what do I mean by whale babies? What I mean to say is that they had to get washed, and they would get drowned in our big bathtub, especially at the time when my Lucy was born, because we were living in a place that had a jetted, like, huge tub. Shelley, do you remember this bathtub?
I do.
And Julie, I think some of your kids got washed in that bathtub.
That may or may not be true.
Well, this is fun imagination games. So babies have to get washed in things that are a little bit smaller than a jetted bathtub. So the nice people at Baby Makers are us. Well, no, that sounded bad.
Oh dear.
That's a different store altogether.
Baby product makers are us. They said, what is kind of watery but smaller, but ironically would be bigger but smaller? Okay, a whale. And then they said,
babies love irony.
they do. And it's kind of like reclined back a little bit, but not all the way flat. So a baby can lay in it almost like an L. And then you can wash this baby. And then there's a little hole at the bottom that the baby gets drowned in.
Oh no, you threw the baby out with the whale bath water.
Thank you for catching my reference, Shelley. I love you so much. Yes, so okay, so there's that. And then when my babies were done fitting into that, I said, who else has a baby? And then Julie said, it's me. And then I said, here you go. And then Julie, how many babies did you use that bathtub for?
3 babies.
And Shelley, you also had a whale bathtub for your baby.
I did, and he hated it.
And Kellie, do you have a bathtub for your incoming baby yet?
Not yet.
That's okay. I have an idea.
Suggestion.
A basin.
My whale baby.
Yes. Well, you could put your whale baby into a baby grand piano, which could probably hold water and get washed. That was my big joke from before that it was confusing.
Yes, it was.
But anyway, so yeah, anything can be a bathtub. Okay, cool. Next point. They are fun, they being baths, are fun for all ages and sizes and predators and prey.
Oh. I want to keep hearing this point. You got me. Now reel me in.
So like I mentioned, babies gotta take baths. And you know what? Oddly, other aged humans also have to bathe. And generally, as they get older, they elect to do showers. I will say that I understand completely, but a bath is good every once in a while, especially if you are an old person who's got to soak them bones.
The bones?
Or a 33-year-old who has a little bit of arthritis. You know anybody like that, Shelley?
I do. It's me.
And also, oddly, there are not just humans who are bathing in this joint. It's also animals. It's also bigger animals. And finally, it's also the top of the food chain animals who then eat the first animals who are already clean.
Oh, they prefer clean food. So a hippo only wants to eat the cleanest animals in the river.
Have you heard of something called a dust bath?
Yes.
What kind of animals do dust baths that you know about, Shelley?
Elephants.
Those are big animals.
And they're vicious predators.
My favorite animal that does a dust bath is a little desert bird, and I just love watching it like hop around in a dusty place. It's very cute. And so everybody needs a bath. And I think that speaks to its importance, bath's importance. If you vote pro baths, you are voting for something that every individual in the world is voting for, human or not.
This sounds like the start of a little bit on a Sesame Street. Everybody bathes.
Yes, especially baby whales.
And babies, the most vicious of predators.
So yeah, everybody loves a bath. So my next point is wet legs, dry hands is what I wrote down.
What does that mean?
It means baths have a leg up, LOL, on showers because you can be dry and wet at the same time. I enjoy this. I frequently take a bath for pleasure rather than cleanliness nowadays. And you know what? I love to just sit in a warm bathtub. Well, the water's warm. The bathtub probably also becomes warm after that.
Yes.
During it, more specifically. But then I can do things with my hands like play my Nintendo Switch.
Have you really done that in the bath before?
Yeah, but I hang my arms over like a cool monkey and play Stardew Valley.
That sounds so comfortable and relaxing.
Or I can lay my head back and listen to a podcast, and that feels very luxurious, but usually the podcast isn't like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. You know, it's something silly. And I like silly. I don't know if you guys know, but I like silly podcasts more than I like podcasts that teach me things.
What?
Yes, so there's that. And I love being able to choose if my hands are dry, and my arms, and my shoulders, and my hair. My hair the most. Because also, the Shelley Gang might not know, I have extremely thick hair that holds water for years. I'm like a camel in this way.
Holly only needs to get her hair wet once a month. And then she has water forever.
Because I take baths mostly at night and not for cleanliness purposes, I will not get my hair wet. Because have you ever slept with wet hair? Anybody
Yes.
on this podcast?
Yes.
Is it yay or nay for you?
Nay for Kelly.
That's a nay for Kelly.
I actually almost took a shower last night because I hadn't showered at all. And then I was like, nah, dog, I don't want to go to bed with wet hair.
And my wonderful husband, in his youth, and then when he was in college and before he got married, would take a shower in the morning and take a shower at night because it would invigorate him in the morning and soothe him in the evening.
And devigorate him at night.
Exactly. So I was always curious about this because to me, a shower is a commitment
Yes.
you're making to yourself and others. And it's not just a commitment of hygiene. It's a commitment of time. It's a commitment of energy. It's a commitment of water. Yeah, so I don't like to sleep with wet hair, and I like to have dry hands so that I can change the podcast if it gets too teachy.
So you're saying you don't like, how do you not interact with the water at all? Like even just filling up the tub, like, or, you know, turning on water, don't you get like drips and drops?
Aha! This is a hidden point that I wasn't going to bring up, but it's an Easter egg that you found.
I unlocked it.
Or a St. Patrick's Day egg.
Those classic eggs.
Laid by a leprechaun.
No, I keep like a hand towel next to the bath and then wipe, dry hands. If I did that in the shower, that would be silly. That would just be silly. Or, you know what? Time. I hold my hands out and just wait. No, I never do that.
Evaporation. The water cycle dries your hands.
Okay, so I have 2 more points as to why, Shelley, you should like baths. I wrote down a thing that you can remember to help you think about baths, kind of like a motto, a credo.
Okay.
Something like that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
One must take time in order to break fine. And fine is in air quotes.
I would love to know what this means.
So I am prepping for one of Julie's points that I think she's going to make. And I think she's going to say that they take too much time, baths, especially compared to showers. Well, let me tell you, sometimes you need to have a forced time out. And showers, notably very good for crying in, fully dressed, with lots of mascara. But when you think of baths, you don't think fully dressed, mascara running, crying. You think relaxation. You think, I'm being forced to sit here in this very warm and wet place, but I can move my arms dryly and freely.
It's not a prison.
If you're feeling just like fine, you know, if you're like fine to middling, there is a way that you can force yourself to feel better. Like I like to do. That's my favorite way to feel better is through force.
I will feel better.
If I could, I would do that, and then I'd feel 100% great all the time.
Through sheer force of will.
Oh, now like that's my new book that I'm going to write is like forced happiness, and you'll like it.
When Holly lands on the space on life where it says you came up with the cure to a common cold, Holly's just like, it was just force of will.
So yeah, if you're just feeling fine, take time in the bath, and you will feel better than fine after that, because you'll be so happy because you'll be warm and you'll be cleaner than you were, but not wet up top. And also you'll have been forced to sit there and not do dishes or not tie everybody's shoes in the house or
But what if it makes you feel less fine to have like raisin toes? What if that makes you feel worse?
You can pull a Kristen Bell and just wear gloves.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so I have one more point, Shelley, as to why you should like baths, and that's 2 words. Bubble baths.
That's it. That's the tweet.
Send. So, yes, what do I mean by bubble baths?
What do you mean? I'm curious.
I've been pretty cagey with all of my points, and this one is no different. That is like the utmost in luxury. Shelley, when Julia Roberts was in Pretty Woman, and she was in the fancy hotel room with Richard Gere, did she take a bubble bath?
She did.
She did, and she laughed inside of it.
She did. She was laughing and laughing. Could you imagine someone just alone in a tub just like laughing out loud? That'd be so weird.
That's what a psychopath does before they go out and murder people.
Yeah.
But they're really clean. And her hair, very dry.
They're so dry. So would you say only bubbles are luxurious, or would you also accept other forms of bath additions like oils or fizzy things? What are those called?
Bath bombs.
Yes. Might I say that any additive is a plus to a bath. Also, I didn't mention this, but Shelley, you cracked open another Easter egg.
All right.
Famously, in the Prohibition, people made gin in their bathtubs. Pretty cool.
Was that a bath additive back then?
That's what made me think of it. Very fun and cool.
Yeah, even in Annie, bathtub gin, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah. Anyways, blah blah blah. Bubble baths. The end.
No, bubble baths. I mean, they are luxurious. Would you say any other additions would make it even more luxurious, like candles or? I don't
know. Mostly, I just realized that my part had been going on for a while, and I felt bad. So.
Bubble baths. The end.
So Julie, you did a lot of good laughing during my points, and thank you for that. And I want to laugh during your points, so don't make me angry.
Oh, no.
But I'm going to be busy doing a lot of good yelling.
I always laugh when people yell.
I also like that a threat was made against someone else and not me at the end of someone's points, so that's great.
Well, first off, I'd like to say, Holly, in your face. I don't care about time consumption.
Oh, no.
Take all the time you want. In a shower or a bath. You know, it's up to you. But Shelley, I legitimately don't like baths. And I'll tell you 10 reasons why.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
I'm just joking.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I was like, this is unprecedented.
I'll tell you 15 reasons why. You can't actually get clean when you take a bath. You're just sitting in human stew. Human soup. Just, yeah, exactly. Gross. When I take a bath, I'm just like, if you use bubbles and scrub, use bubbles. You know, soap, bubble maker.
oh, not bubble bath.
If you're washing yourself with soap and then you're just sitting there in all your soapy grossness, ugh. I feel like I need to take a shower after I take a bath. Honestly. Gross.
So even if you're like soaking in like a luxurious like bath oil, you then get up and like scrub it all off in the shower.
Here's the thing. I don't appreciate any of the fun, quote, luxurious stuff that goes with bathtubs.
So you would just sit in like lukewarm water for a few minutes, laugh to yourself, and then get up and shower.
Well, because here's the thing. Bubble baths, I hate the feeling of suds. I hate it.
Even like in a regular shower situation?
Yeah, scrub it up, wash it off.
Washing dishes?
Or like washing your hands?
Nope, don't like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about washing a car?
Well, I only do that to attract the boys wearing my bikini.
For the big fundraiser.
Yeah, exactly. On the side of the road with my sign. We'll wash your car.
Suds free.
Yeah. Bath bombs, they feel weird. And
You don't have to hold it while it's in the water.
but are you supposed to like be in it when it's fizzling?
You can.
I think it's up to the user.
Well, I don't like that. And I feel like they've been known to stain your skin. But maybe that's just me.
I think you're using the wrong one. Your colloidal silver bath bomb.
Oh, no.
Bad job.
Also, all the aromatherapy stuff, I can't appreciate it. I cannot smell it. So
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Can you taste it though?
I don't think you
delicious.
should be drinking like bath
No, you
oils.
know how like when smells are really strong, you can basically taste it.
You mean like when ammonia is near me, I can feel it burning my passages.
Maybe that's what you're doing wrong, Julie. Don't bathe in ammonia.
That's
All that gin.
Ooh.
when Ruby had like some kind of skin issue, the doctor told me to put a little bit of bleach in her tub.
Oh wow.
That sounds bananas. Was she a baby at this time?
Toddlerish. This was when she was okay. This is another point, so I'm just going to lead right in. When Ruby was little, she had food allergies and crazy skin rashes, and the doctor told us to give her 2 baths a day and grease her up really good after that. So I was giving my little baby 2 baths a day, and she thought it would be a great time to start pooping in the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
She would poop in the tub twice a day, and I would have to clean it out. And Theo always would jump in the tub as well. And so I'm like, out! Abandoned ship! Get out! There's poop floating around in the tub. Guys, that's another reason I don't like baths. It just makes my babies poop, and then I have to scrub out a bathtub twice a day. For months.
I totally forgot about this, and now it's like taking me back, like right back to that place hearing you talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's raising my barbasol levels. And I just don't like giving babies baths like the whale bathtub. It was very great to have. But you know what? Whenever I think about giving a baby a bath, my shoulders start hurting and aching. Leaning over, giving a baby a bath. No thanks. I make Corbin give Valley baths because I just I'm done. I'm out. I'm not going to do this.
I am shocked. I am like flabbergasted. This is incredible. So rare is it that Julie gets fully worked up over some sort of topic like this. Usually it's girl Holly.
So Holly, was giving your baby's baths like a very relaxing time for you and your baby to bond. So is this totally unknown to you?
No. Sometimes my oldest son Jack would be displeased, but my baby Lou liked baths a lot, and but I will say that was just a generally stressful time in my life. So, and also my hands very wet during those baths.
Yeah, the people who say they like giving their babies baths, I'm like, nah, don't get it. Don't like it. Not for me. So let's go back. Let's go take it back to me. Why I don't like taking baths myself.
Okay.
I like to be warm. Baths, they don't stay warm. They get tepid. Or, dare I say it, cold. I can't take that.
I mean, yes, but you could do what an unnamed family member of mine, extended family member, does, and when the water gets cold, drain it and then fill it all the way back up with hot water.
How does
What?
said family member have a big enough water heater for that? That seems wild.
Money talks.
I'm not into that lifestyle. Also, I like my whole body to be warm. And I've never lived in a place with a bathtub big enough to fit my whole body in. My knees are sticking out. My shoulders are sticking out. I don't like that. I want my whole body to be warm.
So Holly likes baths because some parts of her can stay dry, and you hate baths because some parts of you stay dry.
Exactly. I look at my little children, and they like to lay down all the way in the bathtub so that their face is the only thing sticking out of the water.
Uh-huh.
And I go, oh, if only I had a 7-foot-long bathtub.
So if you had like a jacuzzi bathtub, like a full-on jacuzzi in your bathroom, would you like baths? Would you be pro baths?
Okay, Shelley, hold your horses.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I unlock this Easter egg too early?
You did.
It's an anti-Easter egg. You just lost some information because of that.
Julie's gonna drop 7 of her points.
You don't deserve to hear them.
That's the St. Patrick's Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's the St. Patrick's curse.
Oh no. My penultimate point is I got so many bones.
Oh no, too many.
When I lay down on a hard bathtub surface, all my bones crack into it and it doesn't feel comfortable. Why?
Do you know they do make like pillows and stuff that can go on the bottom?
Well, I've never had one of those. Why aren't all tubs built with a waterproof pillow inside of it?
Why aren't they just made of sponge material like a playground?
Oh,
Good question.
That would be really gross.
So, Shelley, my grand finale point that you have preempted. If you really want the sensation of boiling yourself in a giant cauldron, like I do, just use a hot tub. Everybody has a friend with a hot tub. Just go get in it. Or you can sneak into the hotel that has one and use that hot tub. Thank you.
So you don't mind like the act of like sitting in warm water. You just don't like
I actually really like hot tubs because I can dunk my whole body inside raging hot water. I really like that, you know?
So as long as there's no pretense of like you will get clean here.
Right.
You're okay with
And
it.
the water stays hot. I got someplace to sit. And, I can just, you know what? It's been a long time since I've been in a hot tub. It seems like every time I have an opportunity to sit in one, I'm pregnant. Shelley, vote no on baths. My name is Julie Miller, and I approve this message.
Well, Julie, thank you so much. And now it is Kelly's turn. She's pregnant. She can't go in one hot tub right now.
No, and I am so sad about it.
I hear ya.
I am so sorry. I, as a royal, will give you a hot tub that is safe for pregnant people.
It's got a slot you can stick your stomach into with cool water.
Money talks.
Wow, that sounds horrendous.
A cold torso with the rest of your body hot.
I'm like, my body's going into shock just thinking about that sensation.
Well, that's what would happen.
I guess I've just accidentally designed a pregnancy torture device. So $1 million idea.
That is topical because we're going to be doing that later. Shelley, you preempted.
Oh, Easter egg.
So, Kelly, what, based on your knowledge of Shelley, do you think Shelley's going to choose about baths?
I think Shelley is going to be anti-baths, mostly because both of you talked about, like, bone stew.
Bone
I
stew.
did not talk about bone stew.
Neither did I.
You both talked about bones and like soaking in a tub, and that's bone broth.
Did I talk about bones? I am freaking out.
Yes, you did. You said it's good for. You said it's good for the bones.
It's true. You did. You did
My
say the word
33-year-old
bones.
aching bones.
But I like bones too.
Yeah, I like bone broth. That's delicious.
So Shelley doesn't want to brew her own broth. She doesn't want a Shelley broth. She has things to do. She can't just sit around a tub and just like chill, or probably end up being chilly because the water will be cold.
Here.
Money does talk, but the $1 million ideas I don't think have gone through yet. So I don't think Shelley has the water heater for that kind of leisure.
That's true. That's true. We're just waiting on the check to cash, and then all of Shelley's $1 million ideas will unfortunately fund all of her baby torture or pregnancy torture chambers.
Oh, now they're chambers, not just devices.
No, it's like a sauna, but not.
It looks like a spa on the outside to lure pregnant women in and then torture on the inside.
Someone call the bank. We got to put a stop to this. Shelley, this was a trap.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh my goodness. Shelley was doing so well with all these Easter eggs, and now it's just going downhill. Yeah, so I think that's why Shelley's going to go anti, because she's got other things to do.
Kellie, thank you. And now is the time we've all been waiting for, the opinion of the MVP of this podcast, the most viral podcaster, Shelley. How are you feeling?
I actually am feeling a little gunky today, so we'll see.
Oh no! And your husband went to a business conference, and
yeah,
ooh,
he was sent home from work early because he's maybe a disease-ridden man.
Oh no!
So Shelley, what do you think about baths?
Well, there's been a lot of points today. My notebook page is almost full.
Would you say it's flooding over?
I would, because you guys both feel so strongly about this. So let's see. Anything can be a tub. I would say, I guess, because you said anything of any size could bathe in any tub of any size. And it just made me think of, like, did we ever give our guinea pigs baths? Because that would have been adorable.
No.
They would have just needed little bathtubs.
That is so cute. We have a Barbie bathtub that is like so totally cute, and our guinea pigs would have fit perfectly inside.
So anything can be a tub, I guess. Fun for all ages, sizes, predators, and prey. Again, I guess. Like that feels true. I would say if you were including dust baths in that's probably true. Wet legs, dry hands, clean heart, can't lose. As for entertainment, like, that is true. You can't do that in the shower. Well, I guess nowadays you can. A lot of phones these days are like waterproof. So if you were like, you could play some emoji blitz in the shower if you felt like it, but I don't know what insane person would do that. Because usually if you are taking a shower, it's kind of more down to business. You can't be like picking up your phone with one hand and playing, and then the other one's like doing the deep scrub of your scalp.
Can I tell a really quick sad shower story? Really quick?
Sure.
In our old house, the bathtub didn't work. Like, we couldn't switch from shower to bath spigot. So we just had to have showers, which was whatever. But I was really jonesing for a bath one particularly stressful day. And so at night, I turned on the shower and just sat down and did that for a while. And that is like a low. A low.
Can I say something about that?
Sure.
That's my son's preferred way of showering. He stops up the tub and lets it fill
That's
up with
Theo's
just
way
the shower.
too. He calls it a shower bath.
Yeah, Jet does too. And he will literally shower until the bath fills up, then play in the bath, and then be done.
Well, I didn't let it do that, which maybe makes it even sadder.
Yeah.
And I wasn't playing. I was literally just sitting there quietly and wet my hands.
Oh,
yeah, your
no.
hands so wet. You couldn't have your Switch in there with you. Even though it sounds like you barely have the Switch in there with you when you're doing it, because if you're hanging out over the side of the tub.
That sounds real cold.
I got Julie's is all temperature. It sounds cold.
I gotta consider my bones.
Yeah. As for it being a relaxing thing to do, like, yes, a lot of people feel that way. Like, self-care is important. And for some people, a bath is the way to go. So, and bubble baths, period.
No, bubble, period, baths, period.
Something I always kind of think of is that I wish, as an adult, like, they made not just, like, relaxing smelling bubble baths, but, like, if you could get away with, like, just bathing in, like, a Mr. Bubbles. Because that smell...
Here's a cool thing. You are an adult who can make your own purchasing choices, and no one would have to know.
No.
Shelley.
Just because Mr. Bubbles just is very, like, reminiscent of our childhood, I feel like.
We are going to start a campaign where all of the Shelley Gang is going to send you Mr. Bubbles in the mail.
Oh, no, please don't.
And then you'll have to use it because it's a gift.
Please don't. For Julie's points, it's a human stew. That is true-ish. Like, you really can't get clean in a tub. Additives being gross, I don't agree with. Like, a bath oil or, like, a bath bomb, those are fun. Or, like, a bubble bath, those are fun.
What about gin?
Gin is delicious.
Have you ever had gin?
No.
Delicious.
So delicious. And then Ruby having rashes and pooping in the tub. I do remember that time in your life, but it doesn't particularly affect my opinion about baths because I don't have to bathe your daughter Ruby twice a day and have her poop in the tub and then have to clean it out. That's not my experience.
I'm glad that was not your cross to bear.
No, but for having so many bones and they hurt in the tub, that's not my experience also. I don't have a problem with overly exposed bones.
You have less bones than me.
I have fewer bones.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, that killed me.
I'm so sorry for my
error.
I'm so sorry for my shortcomings.
Too many bones, bad grammar.
And then for just using a jacuzzi if you're wanting to have the sensation of being boiled alive. I would agree that's probably closer to that experience. But I would disagree with your assertion that everyone knows someone with a jacuzzi because I don't know anyone with one.
You're going to know me in a bit. I mean, you know me now. And later this summer, there will be one at our community center by our house.
Booyah.
Oh, well, when I get to know you later this summer, I will look forward to that because I do like a jacuzzi. I do like a jacuzzi. It's always very relaxing to be in them. There was a huge one at the YMCA when Mom and I would go in Redlands, and it was delightful to sit in there with usually a bunch of old men.
Now, was it huge, like 6 feet deep, or was it like...
No, but I mean, it was like, it had more capacity for people than a normal jacuzzi. You know, it was probably like almost like two side by side.
I think it'd be very fun to have a jacuzzi that had like the seating around the edges, but then was 6 feet deep.
Just like super deep in the middle. That would be fun.
And look so scary.
And be so scary. But yeah, so for baths, you can't get clean in them. That's true. And guess what? I actually like baths sometimes.
Oh.
Wait, you like them sometimes, or you only like sometimes baths?
I like them in spite of myself.
What does that mean?
It means I don't like the sensation of my skin after a bath. I always take a shower afterwards, even if I have used a bath bomb or like something, because I just don't like that like gross feeling.
You don't like Shelley broth?
I don't like Shelley broth. I don't like soaking in Shelley broth. And I do like the fun bits, the relaxing bits, like reading a book or having a bubble bath or something. But and maybe it's because I fit in tubs a little better than all of you, because I'm shorter. I still don't fit great, though. If I had a bigger one, that would be better. But also the guilt of filling up the bathtub with water and just sitting there being, like, selfish in every single way makes me feel horrible.
Can I ask a clarifying question to that?
Yes.
Do you feel any sort of way about Jet doing exactly that thing?
No.
Okay. Just wondering.
But yeah, so in spite of the guilt and in spite of that, like wasting water, I do like baths on occasion, and I do find them a relaxing thing to do. It's not something I indulge in every day, but for the occasional treat, I do take baths and I like it.
Hooray! I'm so happy because I really do feel quite positively about baths. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah.
Well, Shelley, thank you so much for sharing your opinion about baths. And just for a lightning round, what do you think about fats?
I love Fats Domino.
Well, okay. All right. What do you think about nutritional fats?
They are necessary.
Yeah. And lastly, what do you think about bats?
Bats are so cute.
I don't believe in bats.
But thank you to Alex for this lovely topic. And now we are moving on to our segment, $1 Million Idea.
$1 million ideas.
And in the segment, $1 Million Idea, one of us or more is going to talk about $1 million idea. Kellie, do you have $1 million idea?
I do have $1 million idea.
Let's hear it.
My family consists of me, my husband, and my 2 dogs. My husband, within the last 6 months, has really started to snore. Like, usually I'll wiggle the bed a little bit and then he'll just move and then not snore. But the last 6 months, he just constantly snores. And that is one thing during my whole pregnancy so far that has been irritating. And so I made him wear nasal strips. So that's been kind of working. With my husband being in California most of the time, the dogs sleep with me. And one of the dogs snores. And I cannot wake her up. And she would move and then stop snoring.
It's Andy who snores?
Yes.
Aww.
So she likes to sleep near my head.
So snore right in your ear.
Yes. And so like I try and like pet her to wake her up a little bit and maybe it stop. No, it does not stop. So I have to turn on Netflix and I'm like, man, I wish there was a doggy nasal strip. And that is the $1 million idea.
But what part of a dog's anatomy makes the snoring noise?
I would assume it's more like the soft palate than the nose.
Well, and that's what it is that you open up the nose, like that's for nasal strips too.
Okay.
Where you open that up so that there's more air being able to go into your soft palate and stuff, like through your throat. That's why doggies need nasal strips that they would actually like.
Where would they wear it? Just like right on top of their muzzle?
Yeah.
So what is the name of this product?
Why do I never think of a name? I don't know, because I guess our, like, humans' nasal strips don't really, that's what they're called. So I guess I didn't think of one.
How about snoring is rough?
Very infrequently is there a product name that is a full sentence.
A popular brand is Breathe Right, I think, nasal strips. What if it was like bark right. Even though it's not really for barking.
How about Sleepy Snoopy?
Oh, that'd be cute. And then the Peanuts could be their sponsor.
Aw.
Okay, that was going to be my next question is who's the spokesperson? We've got it. I think we did it. Sleepy Snoopy featuring the Peanuts gang. This is $1 million idea. We have another entry in $1 million idea. This is our first double $1 million idea. And Shelley, if you want to add yours later from earlier, no, we don't have time.
No, I've already called my lawyers about putting the patent in for my torture device for pregnant women. So I'm good.
Julie, what is your $1 million idea?
Well, the other day I was holding my baby on my hip with my left arm, and I was trying to stir something in a little bowl that was very thick and gooey. I was trying to stir it with my right hand, and you know what? It was so thick and gooey that I couldn't stir it. The bowl was just twirling around, and it was very frustrating. And I said, you know what I need? A device that will hold on to my bowl so that it will not spin around. And I was like, boom, $1 million idea.
What would this device be made out of?
In my mind, it's a series of vices.
Okay.
So one to hook on to the edge of your counter, one to hook on to your bowl. It's got to be it's a very special patent for what that one looks like.
Because my idea was just like a pile of gack. Stick it right in.
I was thinking of something like, you know that apple core peeler we had as kids that like has a vice grip onto the counter? But that's just a platform, and then you just put the bowl down in it and twist the bottom like you would in like my KitchenAid mixer. Then the bowl would stay still. So it's like very easy to do.
Shelley's is a little more feasible than mine.
Yeah. This is very doable in my mind's eye.
I feel like the idea is sound and the actual engineering, there's wiggle room. There's room for some more ideas.
Julie, what's the name of this product?
If we go with my idea of how it's built, a series of vices, it would be called My Only Vice.
My favorite vice.
Oh, yeah. But if we have to go with like the suction cup one, so my only suction cup.
And what about the gack?
My only gack.
And do we have a spokesperson that you're thinking?
Dang it, why didn't I think of this? Can it be a leprechaun?
I thought of a slogan.
It can be a leprechaun.
Shelley, what is your slogan?
This will make sure you won't bowl over.
What?
I don't know. This will bowl you over.
This won't bowl you over.
Wink. There has to be a winky
Wink
face.
in parentheses.
People love emojis.
Well, this has been our segment, $1 Million Idea.
$1 Million Ideas.
Shelley Gang, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful, gorgeous holiday to celebrate our ancestors. We hope that you don't get pinched by the people in your close proximity, and hopefully those are the only people that you're seeing, because you gotta stay inside and keep everyone safe. Keep everyone so safe that if they get too close, my only gack is coming. Stick them right on the counter. But Shelley Gang, mostly, we would love for you to use your time at home to check out ShelleyHasOpinions.com. That's ShellEY, hasopinions.com. There you can find all of our old episodes, all the way to episode number 1. And that would be pretty cool if you started there or didn't. Start there, start here, work back all the way, and then you'll be like, aha, now I get why they keep talking about thick and chewy.
Oh, wow.
And also, there are links there to our social media and to get in contact with us to participate in the year of the submission. Things are going really well for us right now in that department. I'm so happy and proud because it's so fun that our Shelley Gang has joined the small committee. And also you can find our all of our information, like our personal phone numbers and our addresses and
our credit card numbers, social security numbers. It's all there.
You can find that on PodiconGo.com. There you will find a whole slew of family-friendly podcasts that you can listen to with your whole family as you're sitting home. I was going to say alone, but you're with your whole family, and I'm so proud of you, and I love you. Good job, everybody. So you can find episodes of all kinds of shows, and I like that, and I'm losing my voice. I'm realizing as I'm talking now. Better wrap it up, Holly. Cool job, everybody. Great.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You did great. And with that, thank you, and I love you, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bye.
Gosh dang it, Shelley, where are you?
Are you looking for high-quality, family-friendly podcasts? Shows that are safe for younger or more sensitive listeners? PodiconGo is a reliable corner of the internet for the kind of podcasts that everyone can enjoy. From educational programs to conversational topics and incredible storytelling and role-playing shows in a variety of styles, themes, and age groups. PodiconGo is a group of independent podcast creators dedicated to creating high-quality programs that provide family fun for everyone. Visit PodiconGo.com for an ever-growing lineup of shows, complete with descriptions and ways you can listen. Connect with the PodiconGo Family-Friendly Podcast Network on Facebook and Twitter. PODICON. Go! It's podcast fun for everyone. PodiconGo!